It all started with the Da Vinci machine, a surgical system that allows surgeons to operate on their patients more precisely, accurately, and remotely using robots. You see, this robot can stitch the skin of a grape onto its body using little robotic hands. Very delicate work. But the problem is that it costs $2 million, a sum that not everybody can afford. And so we thought, how far can we replicate it with whatever little budget we have? And so we embarked on our journey to make this little dream of ours come true.
The main component of our project is the console, a 6DOF controller that allows the user to move freely within a space while detecting its motion in real time. We designed, pre-printed our components, hooked it up to an aluminum frame, and then there was the electronics, the wiring, and days of coding. And finally, our prototype was born, and it works. It allows the user to move freely, front, back, left, right, up, down, and even rotate freely. And what we're most proud of is the fact that we can visualize the motion on real time on our computer screen.
What if we spice things up a little? What if we had a 6DOF arm that works together with our console? And so we begin on our second part of our project. And the hustle continues. We bought our servo motors, and like we did before, we designed, 3D printed our parts, and hooked it up together. And then there were the electronics, the wiring, and days of coding. And finally, we have a contraption that moves. And now the second leg of our project is completed.
Those are the description of the individual system. However, we want them to work hand in hand. And now comes the toughest part of our project, which is the integration of two systems. And it was a nightmare. But now it kind of works, and this is what we have so far. When we move the controller, the 6 encoders will measure the joint angles, which is then translated into a pose in 3D space using forward kinematics. The program will then use inverse kinematics to calculate the joint angles of the servo motors on the output robotics arm. So that is how our project came into fruition. It has infinite potential for growth. However, the current execution is not suitable to operate on any patients. However, we can use it to create a masterful puppet show.